the game if you don't have the right equipment.
Get in the game!
Go Radiophone for the latest.
The Radiophone Game of the Week, Corporate Challenge Bowling from here at Bowl, south of Louisiana. I'm Hillary Domingue, joined by Leslie Boudreaux. How's it going, Les?
Oh, real good tonight.
Should be a good matchup. Our first 10 bowlers are all going to bowl scratch. That is Mel Boudreaux, sponsored by MC Electric. And Mel gets started leading the 4-pin. All of these bowlers, the minimum average of the 10 is 188. AC Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot Trucking of Houma. I think that's H-O-U-M-A. Did I spell that on there, or someone else misspelled that?
I believe you did.
No,
that's true. You wasn't here.
Yeah, it's H-O-U-M-A, not H-O-M-A. I'm reverting back to my childhood. Can't spell. And Mel picks up his spare. And, of course, in our second matchup tonight, HTV against C107.
That ought to be real interesting.
Yeah, I would say that. That's a good word for that. Real interesting. And Jim picks up his spare.
Of course, have y'all been advertising as much as C107?
No, we haven't. We've been the, they're playing us to be the bad guys, but we've been the good guys in this. We've been low-key in it. We're just going to come out here and take care of business.
We'll find out.
Ronnie Willett, sponsored by Bev's Bouquet Incorporated. Beverly Theriot's the owner. Ronnie Willett continuing his television streak. And Brent Broussard's up now. Brent, sponsored by Pets R Us. The Black Cat.
He wanted to show that cat because it's his sponsor. His dad wouldn't do it a couple of weeks ago, but he did.
Oh, boy. Oh, well, if he spares here, he's no worse off than Mel and Jim in the first.
Right.
Nope. Leaves the 7. Interesting start for Brent. Kevin Franks, sponsored by Larry Franks of Farm Bureau. Got some pretty stiff competition here, Les.
Yeah, I think I bit off a little bit more than I can chew.
Kevin with the strike. Bruce Hunt. Kevin carries a 203 league average. Bruce, sponsored by Delegan's Valves. 197 league average. Bruce has that one stay out on him just a bit.
I don't know if I want to read all these high games and high series.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
Let's see, Kevin has 4 300s, high series 820. Bruce Hunt, high game 300, high series 776.
Bruce is also a certified Team USA coach in the bronze level. Ow. Bruce leaves the head pin. Terry Lirette. Terry, poor guy, PBA member, 1 PBA title, only has a league average of 216. Terry has 6 300 games. He's sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. His brother Juris, and Terry with the strike to start things off. And Tommy Trahan, also sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. So you see Big Tommy.
I want to ask him how it feels to be 40. Start off real quick.
You could start off real quick. I didn't say that, Tommy. I didn't say that. Good stroke by Tommy. Gets the strike. Doug Dupre is up now. Doug, sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. Joe Shelley. Douglas with the strike. And Leslie Boudreaux is up now. Leslie, sponsored by Body Elite. Les leaves the 4-7. All of these bowlers with at least a 188 league average. And they're bowling scratch against each other. And Les picks up his spare. Mel Boudreaux is going to be up now, sponsored by MC Electric. Mel spared in the first. Well, your competition with a strike early against you. That would be Doug, by the way.
Oh, okay. I think I got about 9 of them.
No, that'll be next week.
Well,
Mel
true.
with the strike. Next week, the kids are out here. I say kids, junior bowlers. Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot Trucking of Houma. Going Brook. Nope, going head pin. Leaves a split. Now explain to us what's happening here next week.
I think we have 9 junior bowlers that are after me.
And you would be hard to catch.
You're right. No, I'll be easy to catch. And we'll also do it, I think, August the 8th, I believe it is.
That'll be some fun. Good try by Jim. Leaves the 4. Ronnie Willett is going to be up now. Ronnie sponsored by Bev's Bouquet Incorporated. Beverly Theriot owner.
It's going to be hard for y'all to follow all these scratch bowlers bowling out.
No way. Piece of cake. Brent Broussard with the strike. Brent sponsored by Pets R Us. Ronnie keeps that one right. Kevin Franks is up now. Kevin sponsored by Larry Franks, Farm Bureau. Kevin with the strike his first time up. That's a double.
I think I'm on the wrong side.
You think?
Yeah.
You want to bowl on 15 and 16? Or?
11 and 12.
Bruce Hunt, sponsored by Deligan's Valves. And Bruce leaves the 2. Terry Lirette running up there to bowl, sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Terry leaves the 4.
Just trying to get it while it was hot.
And Bruce picks up his spare. Terry looking for his spare. Elmwood Marine Services, Terry's sponsor, as is Tommy Trahan sponsor. Tommy working on a strike. Leaves a 3. I figure Tommy's such a big guy, he could hurl it down there, but it's a nice smooth stroke.
He used to throw a little bit harder, but I guess since he's getting old, he's got to slow it down a little bit. You ought to see him hit a golf ball.
I've seen him. He, you should say, crushes it. Tommy picks up his spare. Doug Dupre is up. Doug sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. Doug is working on a strike. Looking to be one of 2 bowlers to double up. And Doug leaves the 4, 7, 9. Good try by Doug. Doug giving Leslie a little bit of an avenue here. Leslie Boudreaux, sponsored by Body Elite. And Les leaves the 4. I think we might have misspelled one more of these advertisers. I think for Ronnie Willett, I think we may have Rev's Bouquet up there. It's Bev's Bouquet. See if that's right. Leslie picks up his spare. Mel Boudreaux is going to be up again. MC Electric, his sponsor. Mel's working on a strike in the second. Has a high game of 300, high series of 777, carries a league average of 190. And Mel buries that one. That's a double. Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot's Trucking of Houma. That one stays out a little bit on Jim. Leaves the 1, 2, 8, 10. Cole cut the head pin out in front of the 10. Good try by Jim. Ronnie Willett is going to be up now. Ronnie struck in the first, opened in the second. He's sponsored by Bev's Bouquet Incorporated. That's a strike for Ronnie. Brent Broussard working on a strike. He's sponsored by Petsaurus. Same leave that Jim Theriot had just a moment ago. The 1, 2, 8, 10.
I mean, they giving me a break.
Some of them, yeah.
I know Doug did.
Doug did. Kevin hasn't so far.
Kevin's kind of out of my league.
Kevin Franks working on a double, sponsored by Larry Franks of Farm Bureau. Looks like you find it hot in here, huh?
It's a little warm. I was trying to get everything set up before you got here.
You're a good guy. Kevin Franks with turkey. Perfect so far. Bruce Hunt is up now. Bruce sponsored by Delegan's Valves. That's right smack dab in the pocket. Strike for Bruce. Terry Lirette will be up now. Elmwood Marine Services, his sponsor. Terry is working on a spare. And that's another strike for Terry.
I like that haircut.
And you see Tommy Trahan. Tommy also sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services.
He's going Brooklyn. Way Brooklyn.
Slid over just a bit. Leaves the 1, 3, 6, 8. Make that 9. I mess up every now and then on the pins. Just
it's
to give you
hard,
something
it's hard
to
to
talk
see
about.
right here. These spotlights.
I don't know, you talk about Tommy hitting a golf ball. He hits a softball pretty fair too.
I hadn't seen him play softball.
Doug Dupre is up now. Doug sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. Doug with the strike. And there you see a lovely young lady. She is Leslie's ball girl from Body Elite. Figure Leslie's lost a lot of weight recently. He needs some help lifting his bowling ball. Leslie leaves the 10 pin. It's a tough life, it really is. I don't think so. I don't know. I have $5, says Leslie misses it though. He proved me wrong. He proved me wrong. We're done with 3 frames here on Corporate Challenge Bowling. Stay with us for more of the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week.
Is it bad?
Oh, you're fine, by the way.
You can't play the game if you don't have the right equipment.
Get in the game!
Go rate.
Welcome back to Bowl, South of Louisiana, the Leslie Boudreaux Show.
There's a surprise every week.
Yeah, there is. I have to agree with that one. Mel Boudreaux is going to be up now. Mel working on a double. Sponsored by MC Electric.
See, Mel's high game's 300.
Solid Brooklyn for Mel. That's a turkey. Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot Trucking of Houma. Jim didn't get that 6 to kick out. It wobbled but wouldn't fall.
You can see him talking to himself.
Yeah, there may be a lot of that in the second game. Maybe a lot of that.
Who's the captain of the team?
That would be Martin since he signs the check. He's captain and king. Jim picks up his spare. Ronnie Willett is up now. Bev's Bouquet. Apologies for the misspelling on it previously. That's Bev's Bouquet Incorporated. Beverly Theriot's the owner. Ronnie Willett. That's called a bucket, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Brent Broussard, sponsored by Pets R Us. Yeah, after a couple of years, I'm getting all this bowling terminology down.
Getting better than I am.
Well, in speaking, I think I was already better.
Well, true.
The bowling part, I think I have a long way to go. Ronnie Willett picks up his spare. And that'll be proven tonight. See, you always have to pour mouth, Leslie. If you do great, people think that's wonderful. If you do bad, they go, well, you expected to do bad.
Well, I'm going to make sure and stay here to watch, see how many shoot under 126.
Yeah, but I could probably think of about 5 or 6.
Is it on the HTV side?
You may have a couple people combined for that. Kevin Frank, sponsored by Larry Frank's Farm Bureau. Kevin working on a turkey. Make that 4 in a row. That's solid for Kevin. That's a 4-bagger. Delegan's Valves is Bruce Hunt's sponsor. He's up on 13. Bruce is working on a strike. That's a double for Bruce. And Terry, I like that haircut that Terry has. I wish I could do that, but I don't have any hair up top to be able to do that.
You need to hear the story behind it, and then you'd really appreciate it.
It'd be a lot cooler.
It is.
Terry, sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services, as is Tommy Trahan. There you see Tommy. Tommy leaves the 6'10". I play both softball and basketball with Tommy. Good all-around athlete. Just whizzed it by.
Must have been his summer league average shot.
That must have been it. Tommy picks up his spare. Douglas Dupre is up now.
I need to strike.
I think you do. Doug, sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. It's Joe Shelley. Kirk Schexnayder. And Doug gets him to fall. Leslie Boudreaux is up now. Sponsored by Body Elite. I think it's double to nothing now. Leslie's ball girl. Now, Leslie said he can pick up the 10 on 14, but can't pick it up on 13. So let's see. He got it again. He's inspired. He's inspired. Mel Boudreaux is up now, sponsored by MC Electric.
Just stick it up.
Mel Boudreaux. That's a strike for Mel. That is 4 in a row for Mel after opening up with a spare in the first. Jim Theriot. Theriot Trucking of Homa. Oh, Jim got it. Got that 2 from the back door.
That's what I need.
Ronnie Willett is going to be up now. Ronnie sponsored by Bev's Bouquet. Beverly Theriot is the owner.
Is that your competition arriving in the back?
That is. Has those nice C107 shirts. They're coming to see how the pros bowl are taking notes. But I understand they practice so much they don't need to take notes.
I believe y'all practice quite a bit too, huh?
Once.
That's enough. Uh-oh, a kitty cat.
Brent with the cat again.
Good advertisement.
I tell you what, that cat is up there. Bets are us.
That's a little better.
That is better. Cats are Ross getting some advertising. You don't bowl strikes, you get twice the advertising.
You're right.
See, Larry Franks from Farm Bureau hasn't had great advertisement. Kevin struck 4 straight times, but, you know, by just saying Larry Frank from Farm Bureau just now a couple times, you know, it made it up.
Yeah. He'll throw a couple more, I'm sure, before the night's over.
Kevin is working on a 4-bagger. Make it 5.
I need to borrow a couple of them.
Bruce Hunt, Delegans Valves, is his sponsor. Bruce is working on a double. Got that 10 to drop down. Otherwise, that would have been nasty. Leaves the 4-7. Let's see here. There are only, let's see, 5 of the 10 people bowling here have had 300 games.
That's some 299s, 289s.
Yep.
Oh. That's not even my weight.
Bruce picks up his spare. Marie's putting little notes for you there. Terry Lirette, sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Ow.
Has to be the Summer League bowler.
Has to be. AC Tommy Trahan. Tommy also sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Tommy leaves the 3-6. And Terry looking to pick up the impossible.
Did you have $5 on the other 10 pin?
Yeah, I owe you 10 now. Try to collect. Tommy picks up his spare. Well, sooner or later, I'll just double or nothing all night, so it won't make any difference.
Think I'll miss one?
Yeah, I'll catch up eventually. Doug Dupre is up now. Doug working on a double. Doug sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. Douglas going high, but gets him to go. That's a turkey for Doug. Leslie Boudreaux up now, sponsored by Body Elite. And he gets it. Leslie does not need his ball girl this time. By the way, her name is Melissa Brunet. We just don't want to say Leslie's ball girl. That's Melissa Brunet. Mel Boudreaux is up now to start the 6th. Mel, sponsored by MC Electric. He's working on a 4-bagger. Spared in the first and then has struck since. Had to sneak Melissa's name anyway, Leslie, even though you didn't give it a chance to work.
That's what they told me. I need to throw 2 shots.
Mel with 5 in a row now. Jim Theriot. Theriot's trucking of Homa, his sponsor. Jim's working on a strike. That's a double for Jim. There's a lot of red up there, Les. Ronnie Willett is up. Ronnie working on a strike.
Brent told me in the back he wants to throw 3 gutter balls for the kitty cat.
Ronnie sponsored by Bev's Bouquet Incorporated. Beverly Theriot's the owner. Brent Broussard sponsored by Pets R Us. That was that the 7 came all the way across and slid in front of the 10?
It looked like it.
Off the wall and couldn't get it. That was either the 7 or the 4. Kicked off the wall and ran right in front of the 10. Pets R Us getting a lot of advertising here, unfortunately, for Brent. That one slides right in front. Kevin Franks is up now. Kevin, perfect so far, sponsored by Larry Franks Farm Bureau. Kevin.
4 300s.
High series is pretty impressive.
820.
I believe that is that a city record?
I believe, let's see, according to this,
No,
Terry shot
Terry
at
has
26.
826. Oh, Kevin with 6 in a row.
He's working on the Corporate Challenge record.
Bruce Hunt, sponsored by Delegan's Valves. Bruce working on a spare. That's a strike.
Are y'all gonna have that much red up there next time?
I don't know. Does it mark gutter balls in red?
No.
I tell you what, that left side of the screen up there is pretty impressive.
The kitty cat will be shown quite a bit, huh?
Terry Lirette has one spinning right by the 7th, but can't do it. Elmwood Marine Services, his sponsor, as is Tommy Trahan. There you see Tommy. That's solid, right in the pocket for Tommy. Terry looking for the spare, and he gets it. Doug Dupre is going to be up now. Doug, a regular here in Corporate Challenge, sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. It's Joe Shelley. Leslie, I believe, trying to put the gree-gree on it. A turkey for Doug. Has struck into 3rd, 4th, and 5th. He's going Brooklyn. Leaves the 5. Leslie is up now. Leslie Boudreaux, sponsored by Body Elite. And Leslie with a double. Doug looking to pick up his spare. And he gets it. We're through with 6 complete frames here in our first game of Corporate Challenge Bowling here at Bowl, south of Louisiana. Stay with us for more of the HTV Radiophone Game of the Week. Welcome back to Corporate Challenge Bowling. We're getting ready to start off the 7th frame. Mel Boudreaux is going to be up now. Here you see Mel, sponsored by MC Electric. Mel is working on 5 in a row. Came in a bit high, left the 4-7. Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot Trucking of Homa. Jim working on a double. Didn't get that 2 to kick out that time. And Mel picks up his spare. Keeps a great game going. Jim Theriot looking to pick up his spare. Jim's stuck a little bit. That one goes off to the left. Jim got a little bit stuck on that one. There's no worse feeling in the world than going up on the approach and going to slide that left foot and having it stick. You feel like you're going to slide down with the ball. Ronnie Willett, sponsored by Bev's Bouquet. Beverly Theriot's the owner. He leaves the 10. And Brent Broussard also leaves the 10. Brent sponsored by Pets R Us. Now this is, once again, you've said so many times that Ronnie Willett cannot pick up the 10, but he always seems to pick it up here on Corporate Challenge.
We'll find out. Oh, he's way over, too. Not this time. It's not TV. That's right, it's Monday night when we're filming this.
Brent, same thing, out of the gutter. Yeah, they're going to be correcting that one. Kevin Frank, so you see Kevin, sponsored by Larry Frank's Farm Bureau. Kevin working on 6 in a row. Oh, that is 7. That's nice.
Oh, he bowled on the wrong lane. Now he'll have to throw 8 to get 7.
Yep. Well, he may go perfect with 13 instead of 12.
Yeah.
Oh my. Broussard is going to be up now. Bruce, sponsored by Delegan's Valves. That's a strike for Bruce. That is a double. Kevin looking to pick up the 6-10. And he gets it. Still a terrific game going. People begging for that strike. Terry Lirette, sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Terry with a solid strike, calling for applause.
It's about time.
And Tommy Trahan, also sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Came in a bit high. Tommy leaves the 3, 9, 10.
That's hard to pick up.
You think?
It is. I'm watching all these C107 people coming in.
They're taking notes.
They have banners and everything.
Oh,
y'all in trouble.
They're fired up. They're fired up. Oh.
I have to go throw a 9 count. They don't want me to strike.
That'd be good. Throw a gutter to make sure. Doug Dupre, sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. Doug with the strike. And Leslie's personal ball girl, that's Melissa Brunet, helping Leslie out. Leslie thinks he's going to strike again, so he wants to get her involved right off the bat. Yeah. Yeah, Leslie, this is double or nothing. Yeah, this is a double or nothing. I figured that's the easy way to catch it up, and we're out of here. Leslie leaves the 4-6, picks up the 6. And by the way, you're talking about Terry's hair. What's with the hair?
What's wrong? Well, it's pulling this thing off my head.
That's what. You have to blame the headset. I'll blame that too in the second game.
We're going to watch.
Mel Boudreaux, sponsored by MC Electric. Mel leaves the 3-10. Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot Trucking of Houma. Jim leaves the 7. You see that little 3-10 split. Mel Boudreaux looking to pick that up. The hard way, but gets it. Still counts.
I didn't know they had a hard way and the easy way. I thought they were all hard.
Yeah, true. I've always been told that's the hard way. Let me put it that way. From personal experience, I wouldn't know.
Now, who told you that?
I have no idea who told me that. I was going to blame it on you, but you're here, so.
You're right.
Ronnie Willett is going to be up now. Ronnie sponsored by Bev's Bouquet Incorporated. Beverly Theriot is the owner. Ronnie with the strike. And Brent Broussard praying that he beats a 126. He's sponsored by Pets R Us. Yeah, there we go. Boy, you mentioned that 126. It's amazing what happens, huh?
You're right. Everybody strikes after you say 126.
They brought my cutout back there?
They have quite a few.
They brought it, yeah. I told him to come sit one next to me. I was used to someone good looking sitting next to me, so.
Well, I can leave. Just think all the fun you have.
Kevin Franks, sponsored by Larry Franks of State Farm, and Kevin comes back.
Is that the right lane?
That was the right one. Bruce Hunt, sponsored by Delegan's Valves. Came at a bit high, leaves the 4-7. So am I going to get like instructions from all of you professional guys before I bowl, or y'all just going to vamoose and leave me to fend for myself?
You're on your own, but Terry's back there with C107 giving them instructions. So y'all might be in trouble.
That's nice.
Your crew's not here. You're not backing out, are you?
No, I think they're going to make a grandiose entrance later on. Terry, you giving CO107 instructions?
He can't hear.
Must be the haircut. Bruce picks up his spare. Terry, sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Big brother Drews. Are you giving our competition instructions back there? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, just want to make sure. Tommy with a solid 10. By the way, we're slick too. You just missed that last split. You know, y'all always talking about having us, put up money for hard shots, whatever. I just put up the 10 that you just won from me.
On the impossible, huh?
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'll leave another 10 pin.
Thank you. Tommy misses the 10. Doug Dupre, who not only bowls good on TV, but also putts pretty well, too. Doug is working on a strike. Doug with a double. And Leslie trying to come back after that split last time. Leaves the 3-6. Leslie's personal ball girl, Melissa Brunet. Leslie, what a celebrity he is. And he picks up his spare. Mel Boudreaux is going to be up now. Mel will be up on number 13 to start off the 9th frame, working on a spare. Picked up a 310 last time. You've become quite a celebrity in your own right there, Mumbles.
Again?
Yeah, well, anybody that can come out here and have a personal ball girl from Body Elite, you know, you must have some type of celebrity status.
Well, I told you I'd have a little surprise.
Mel leaves the 3-6-10. Theriot's Trucking of Houma is Jim Theriot's sponsor.
You know, after wearing a Goodyear blimp, I had to make some kind of change, and I figured this would be a good change.
Yeah. Jim with a solid strike. Jim's ready now. There you see Mel looking to pick up his spare. Mel with a good game. Spare, been through 5 consecutive strikes. And now 3 consecutive spares. Ronnie Willett is up now, sponsored by Bev's Bouquet Incorporated.
I don't think we need to make cards for the second shift, huh?
You could, but I don't think they'd have too much bowling information. Ronnie with the strike. And Brent Broussard. Pets are us.
Brent needs a strike.
Oh, yeah, that's a double.
He's close.
Just took me 6 frames to warm up.
Brent trying so hard to beat that 126. Kevin Franks is up. Kevin sponsored by Larry Frank's Farm Girl. Brent Broussard, of course, was sponsored by Pets R Us. That is 8 out of 9 for Kevin. Actually, 9 out of 10 if you want to count the one he rolled on the wrong lane. Bruce Hunt, sponsored by Delegan's Valves. That's a solid strike for Bruce.
Sam's high game's in jeopardy.
Sam's high game is definitely in jeopardy. Terry Lirette, sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Terry is working on a double.
Nope.
Oh. Tried to get the roll on that 10-pin, wouldn't go. Tommy Trahan, also sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. That looks pretty good. Felt like Chris Schenkel for a second there.
Look real good.
Your score's getting lower. It's 125 now.
He just barely beat it.
Ow.
You can't get the 10-pin.
Yeah. They got a man on the hook on 14, and that man's taking his headsets off to go bowl. Doug Dupre, sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. Doug working on a double, and he will leave the 6. Leslie Boudreaux, sponsored by Body Elite. Leslie's going Brooklyn, and he leaves the 6. Doug Dupre picks up his 6. And Leslie looking to pick up his 6. And he does. We're through with 9 frames here at Bowl South of Louisiana. Stay with us for more Corporate Challenge Bowling on the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week.
You can't play the game if you don't have the right equipment.
We're here at Bowl South of Louisiana. 10th frame action in our first game of the Corporate Challenge Bowling tonight. Second matchup, in case you're just joining us, we'll pit 5 members of HTV against 5 members of C107. We have been challenged. Mel Boudreaux, MC Electric is his sponsor. Mel with a real good game going. Gets the strike to start the 10th. Theriot Trucking of Houma is Jim Theriot's sponsor. And Jim with the strike in the 10th. That's a double for Jim. This first event is an all-scratch event, no handicaps involved. And I'm sure that's how the second matchup will work as well. Mel Boudreaux working on a strike. Mel leaves the 2, 4, 8. Jim's looking for a turkey. As he said, he just got hot late. That's 3 in a row for Jim. You're going to bowl for us, Jim. Not you're bowling well. And Mel picks up the final spare. Good game by Mel, 233. Jim got a little thumbstick and left the 7, but good comeback for Jim after a slow start. Finishes off with a 191. Ronnie Willett, sponsored by Bev's Bouquet Incorporated. Beverly Theriot's the owner.
Well, they said they'd give me my handicap.
And that would be?
Quite a bit.
Ronnie leaves the 1, 2, 10. Brent Broussard, sponsored by Pets R Us. Brent did a good job. He started off really working for his sponsor, trying to get as many, second balls as he could to give them enough advertising. Ronnie Willett, good pickup. And then Brent decided he needed to beat that 126, so he sort of buckled down.
He needs to pick this up to beat it.
That's a piece of cake, Les. That's a piece of cake.
Yep, he did. He's got me beat.
He's got it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
If he needed some pin count, he might have thrown it in the gutter.
Again?
Again.
Oh, well. If you're going to leave that, leave it at the end, right, Les?
You're right. Not in the middle like
Not
I
in the
did.
middle. Ronnie finishes up with a 188. Brent with 6 pins finishes with a 137, which is 11 pins higher than a 126.
Which is, let's see, his 137, his average is 188. That's quite a few under.
Kevin Franks, sponsored by Larry Franks of Farm Bureau.
That's
nice.
Taking lessons with all these strikes they throw?
I wish. That's pretty nice, Les.
So you say it's going to take y'all 3 of y'all to shoot that?
Yeah, very possible. Very possible.
You can shoot about 180. Martin bowls pretty decent.
If I can shoot a 180, I'd be very happy.
I hope not, because you'll beat me.
That is nice. Bruce, let's not neglect Bruce with Kevin up here bowling. Delegan's Valves is Bruce's sponsor. Kevin looking to finish this thing out.
278.
278 for Kevin Franks. That's the highest game in the history of Corporate Challenge bowling.
Now stop and think.
And as someone just said, if he could have followed the arrows, he'd have a perfect game.
We're going to have to teach him how to follow a little blinking arrow.
Ooh, my, that was nice. Bruce finishes up strong. Gets his 200 game. Terry Lirette, sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Terry with another strike. Tommy Trahan, also sponsored by Elmwood Marine Services. Can't stop laughing. Bruce finishes with a 205. Tommy getting a lot of airtime right now.
Yeah, he's one of the main ones of the Glenn's fan club last week.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. He just beat the 126.
Oh, that's nice ball. Terry trying to get his average for the Summer League.
And he cannot make it.
What's his average for Summer League?
177. He can make it.
Yeah, he can make it. Tommy finishes up with a 147. Something for us amateurs to shoot at in the next game.
You're right.
And Terry finishes up strong with a 180.
Yeah, you need to.
Doug Dupre is up now. Doug sponsored by Pulmonary Home Care. It's Joe Shelley, Kurt Shakesnyder. Doug is working on a spare. And Leslie Boudreaux. Leslie sponsored by Body Elite. And he gets a strike. Doug doubles here in the 10th. Oh, Leslie can't catch up now. Going Brooklyn. Gets another one. And Doug Dupre looking to finish up his game. A good game by Doug as well. He's going Brooklyn and leaves the 5. Doug finishes up with a 225. Good game for Doug. And Leslie. Leslie finishes up with a 201. All right, we'll be back in just a minute to recap our first game of Corporate Challenge Bowling. After that, C107 against HTV. Stay with us for more of the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week.
If you suffer from cataracts, there's something you should know. Dr. Falgu, Medical Director of the Laser and Eye Surgery Center, is now performing topical no-shots cataract surgery. Because there are no shots involved, there's less risk of damaging optic nerves. Moreover, patients can see immediately following the procedure. Dr. Falgu is proud to be one of the first to offer this new advanced form of cataract surgery to our community. For more information, contact Dr. Quentin Falgu at 1-800-782-2015 or 446-0506.
Folks, are you tired of spending time and dough trying to make these rascals go? Well, at Homa Tractor, we've got the perfect natural solution to your fire ant problem with Ankill 44. Ankill 44 is a non-toxic, non-poisonous, EPA-approved solution which provides a 99% efficiency rate on your war against fire ants. By using Ankill Fofo, those ants...
Welcome back to Bowl South of Louisiana. 10 bowlers bowling scratch in the first matchup, and as we expected, some good bowling. 5 of the 10 over 200, including the top game ever in Corporate Challenge Bowling. Let's go over the list. Mel Boudreaux, sponsored by MC Electric. Mel with a 233. Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot Trucking of Homa, with the 191. Ronnie Willett, sponsored by Bev's Bouquet Incorporated. Beverly Theriot owner, 188 for, and I have a helper over here, son Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Wave to the camera, Ryan. And Leslie, wave to the camera.
No, I'm not waving.
Brent Broussard, sponsored by Pets R Us. Brent with a 137. That did beat a 126, by the way. Kevin Franks, sponsored by Larry Franks of Farm Bureau. Kevin with a corporate challenge record, 278. Bruce Hunt, sponsored by Delegans Valves, with a 205. Elmwood Marine Services sponsored Terry Lirette. Terry with a 180. Elmwood Marine Services also sponsored Tommy Trahan. Tommy with a 147. Pulmonary Home Care and Joe Shelley sponsored Doug Dupre. Doug with a 225. And Body Elite sponsored Leslie Boudreaux. Leslie with a 201, and Leslie with a personal ball girl as well, Melissa Brunet, to help him out. Much needed. That was your inspiration, obviously. That's the first 200 you've bowled here in a while.
It saved a lot of energy.
All right, we'll be right back for our second game. C107 against HTV. Stay with us.
Make your mind up fast.
Home Builders is the sponsor. The high score for the men, both handicap and scratch, is Dale Mulbrew with a 219. Now, should that happen to hold up, the high handicap game, besides that, is Charlie Defelice with a 218. Tommy Moore with the strike. Tommy sponsored by Beasley Pest Control. Alvin looking for his spare. Cliff Graham is going to be up now. Tom Stevens with a strike. Tom sponsored by Ground Patty. There's Cliff Graham, sponsored by Maine Conoco. Cliff bringing that one in. Oh. Leaves a 210. Oh, well, if you're going to have that, have it in the first or the 10th.
I don't have it at all. Don't talk about it. But look, my side's all striking.
It is? Your side. You're adopting it?
Yeah. Of course, I should have started off on 13, but then I can't see what Doug does first.
And Cliff tried it off the wall, couldn't get it. Sam Bowen's going to be up now. Bowen's Heating and Air Conditioning Service is his sponsor. Sam there. Sam bowled a couple of real decent games out here this year. 256 and 270. Starts off going Brooklyn, gets a 5 count. Brian Voisin up now, sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. Got it.
That's a Doug strike.
That's a Doug strike. Look out. Dougie strike. I love it.
Sam looking to pick up his spare. And Sam makes that one look easy for the spare. Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot's Trucking of Houma.
Get your flag, tell Kevin he's up on 14.
When we went to give the instructions beforehand, Kevin was the only one that seriously paid attention. Ah, that's nice.
I got a feeling we're going to have quite a few high games this.
I think so. Kevin Franks. Kevin is sponsored by Cajun Cutters Incorporated. That's nice.
He's starting where he left off. Yeah, we didn't have the red flag on yet.
Doug Dupre is going to be up now. Doug is sponsored by Bayou Finance. Yeah. Doug with a solid strike puts a little pressure on Leslie. Leslie sponsored by his own company, S&L Lawn Care. Leslie leaves the 2-4-8. Still leaves the 8. What abuse that man takes. Alvin Lecompte Sr. is going to be up now on 14. He had a spare in the first. Is that a little psychological advantage? You letting him take an early lead, or?
Yeah, because the last couple of times I took the early lead and he came back.
Tommy Moore, sponsored by Beasley Pest Control. Tommy's working on a strike. Leaves the 3-5-6. Alvin Lecompte Sr., sponsored by Alvin Lecompte and Sons Home Builders. That's a solid pickup
of the bucket. Do we have a sub here?
I don't know what these guys do without you during the week when they don't see you.
Talk about.
Tommy picks up his strike spare, rather. Strike spare, something. They all went down. Cliff Graham up now. Cliff sponsored by Maine Conoco. Had a nasty spare his first time up.
Nasty split.
Yeah, boy.
It's getting late.
Yeah, it must be. That's a nice strike. Let's see.
Got
that's
that
a
right.
Wait, that's a strike.
That's a
When you get it all down the first time, it's a strike.
That's a strike.
When you get it down in 2, that's a spare, right?
That's a spare, and if there's still some standing, it's a mistake.
Yeah. Tom Stevens, sponsored by Ground Patty. Now that is a split.
That's
a small
a split.
one, but it's a split. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right.
It's not like golf. You just get 2 times. Golf, you get as many as you want.
Believe me, I do. I do, as many as I can. Tom looking to pick up 310. Got it.
Where's our net?
Got that 3 off the back wall and into the 10. Sam Bowen up now. Bowen's heating and air conditioning service. That's nice. Sam buried that one. Brian Voisin is up now, sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. Brian is working on a strike. Looking for our first double. Got it. Jim Theriot up now. Theriot's Trucking Oklahoma is his sponsor. Jim looking for a double. Ooh, that's solid.
I wish I'd stick every shot.
Kevin Franks, sponsored by Cajun Cutters.
But we don't need the red flag yet.
Nope, not yet.
Oh, now we do. That's supposed to happen to Doug, Kevin, not you.
That was on the right lane, too.
Yeah. That's why I can't bowl.
The 7-10. Why is that? Don't explain. Doug Dupre's up now. Doug sponsored by Bayou Finance. He's working on a strike. Leaves a 1-2. Leslie Boudreaux, sponsored by S&L Lawn Care. Got it. Doug looking for his spare. Yeah, he picks it up. No problem.
No problem.
Alvin Lecompte Sr. up now. Sponsored by Alvin Lecompte and Sons Home Builders. Doug was sponsored by Bayou Finance. Alvin working on a spare. Oh, that came in nice.
Lots of red.
That's right. Tommy Moore, sponsored by Beasley Pest Control. That's another strike. Well, we're rolling them out here, Les.
Go quick.
Cliff Graham, sponsored by Maine Conoco.
See if I can string 11.
You think?
Not.
That one just stayed out on Cliff. Leaves the 1-2-4-8. Tom Stevens, sponsored by Ground Patty.
Doug's power. Oh.
The 5.
Well, at least it's been the 5 and the 9 and not the 10.
Yeah, so far you probably shouldn't have said that. The pins have ears. Cliff looking to pick up his spare. Got it. Dove in there nicely. Tom looking to pick up the 5.
Good.
No problem. Buried that 5 pin. Sam Bowen's going to be up now. Bowen's heating and air conditioning service. Sam's working on a strike. It's going high. Oh, goodness. 7 moved, but didn't drop. Brian Voisin, sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. Brian's looking for a turkey. That's it.
A turkey for a turkey. Oh, no, that's not a turkey on his shirt.
Sam has the 6-10 on the right, the 7 on the left.
And they still there.
Yeah.
We'll correct it later.
Yeah, got to correct that one for Sam. Kevin's going to take care of that. Jim Theriot's up now. Jim's sponsored by Theriot's Trucking of Houma. He's up on 13. Jim's working on a double. He's looking for a turkey as well. Getting quiet in here now. Serious time.
Oh, yeah, it's serious. See all these red X's up there. Except on mine. Well, no, I got one.
Jim leaves the 3-6. Kevin Franks, sponsored by Cajun Cutters.
That's it.
That's nice.
Active follow.
Jim looking to pick up his spare. Chopped down on that 3. Bayou Finance's Doug Dupre sponsor. He's up on 13. Doug's working on a spare.
All right, Kevin, move over.
That's nice. Leslie looking for a double. Leslie Boudreaux, sponsored by S&L Lawn Care. That's a double. We're through with 3 frames. Stay with us for more Corporate Challenge Bowling, the men's finals here at Bowl South on the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week.
Life, like football, that's a contact sport. You got to get out there, circulate, communicate. Don't hesitate. Call Radio Phone. Radio Phone knows performance is everything. You just can't phone it in if you want to win. Life is a contact sport. Whose team are you on? Yeah, I like to have 57 cheeseburgers, 57 fries, and a Diet Cold drink.
Times are changing in Terrebonne Parish. With these changes come new faces and fresh ideas. That's why Joe H. Jr. is offering you an invitation to vote for him as district attorney. Joe's promises are few. He'll only serve 2 terms. He'll ambitiously fight violators of the drug-free zone. He'll prosecute tough on habitual offenders. And he'll treat the victims of crime with dignity and respect. You've been invited to change. Joe H. Jr., District Attorney, Terrebonne Parish.
Folks, if you've worked up an appetite working that deer, then let Homer Tractor show you a relaxing way to satisfy that hunger with an all-new Holland grill. This is the only grill that is hassle-free. It's guaranteed not to flare up, and its stainless steel grid and cast iron burner are guaranteed for the life of the grill. The only thing we can't show you on TV is how good the food tastes. Come by Homer Tractor, and we'd be glad to show you.
Welcome back to Bowl South Corporate Challenge Bowling, the men's finals. Alvin Lecompte Sr. is going to be up now on 14. Alvin Lecompte and Sons Home Builders is his sponsor. That's a mouthful.
You said it, not me.
He's working on a strike. Now he's working on a double. Tommy Moore, sponsored by Beasley Pest Control.
I believe everybody's got a lot of doubles.
Tommy's looking for a double. Left the 4. He has the lucky Astros cap back on tonight.
I thought it was the Indians hat he had.
No, he qualified with the Astros hat. He came back the next time, wore the Indians hat, and didn't do well. So he's back to the Astros cap.
Of course, if Tom's watching when I bowl for Goodyear, he might think I need the blimp back on.
Come on, Tom.
Tommy picks up his spare. Cliff Graham's going to be up now. Maine Conoco is his sponsor. Cliff is working on a spare. Awful quiet in here. We need like the jukebox on or something.
No jukebox. We turned jukebox off for Corporate Challenge.
Cliff with a 9 count. Tom Stevens, sponsored by Ground Patty. That's a strike for Tom.
Lots of strikes.
Cliff looking to pick up his spare. Nothing wrong with that. Sam Bowen's going to be up now. Bowen's heating and air conditioning service. Sam got his name on a shirt just in case he forgets.
Sam and the gang. Boy, it gets quiet when you get ready to throw your ball.
Yeah, it does. That's buried. Oh, he has 14 down. Having problems with 13. This guy's had no problem with anything so far. Brian Voisin, sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. He's looking for a 4-bagger.
There it is. Uh-oh. Well, let's see if the men can do like the women.
There's a 10.
You still cold?
I'm freezing.
I find it a little warm in here now.
I guess so. You're getting up and down now. You're moving.
Uh-oh. He should have been over here watching the ladies.
Yeah. He was practicing instead. Jim Theriot up now. Theriot's Trucking of Houma is his sponsor.
Can get back in the ball game with a strike.
Yeah. You're trying to let you back in.
Me throw a turkey.
Yeah, that's feasible. Oh, that's nice. Jim comes back after an open with another strike. 3 out of 4 for him. Kevin Franks is up now. Cajun Cutters is his sponsor. That's buried.
Is that like mine?
No, not even close. That's a double for Kevin. Doug Dupre up now. Doug's working on a strike, sponsored by Bayou Finance. Doug with a strike, spare, strike to start off. That's another one. That's a double for Doug. S&L Lawn Care is Leslie Boudreaux's sponsor. Yeah. Okay. Leslie opened his mouth. Let's see if he can pick it up now. Said while they were practicing, he was watching the women pick up that 10. No problem. Alvin Lecompte's going to be up now. Alvin Lecompte and Sons Home Builders is a sponsor. He's working on a double. That's a piece of cake, unless.
Oh, yeah, watching them women, it was easy.
That's a turkey for Alvin. Tommy Moore is up now. Tommy, sponsored by Beasley Pest Control. Leaves the 4.
I see the 10 pin. That was pretty good. I could have got lucky. But
you could have. You didn't.
Ronnie Willett wants to see me pick the 10 pin up.
Yeah. Tommy looking for a spare. Stayed out to the right the whole way. Cliff Graham's up now. Cliff sponsored by Maine Conoco.
I wonder if we can get Marie to turn these fans on. It's kind of warm in here now.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Cliff drove that one straight through. Tom Stevens is up now. He's sponsored by Ground Patty. Tom's working on a strike. Oh. The 4 on the left and the 6-10 on the right. Let's see what we got here. That looks like a good try. Good run by Tom Stevens. Sam Bowen's going to be up now. Bowen's Heating and Air Conditioning Service is the sponsor.
Of course, I was looking at your cheat sheet over here. We all have to bowl good. We don't have much handicap.
That's right. Biggest handicap is Tommy with the 23.
And then it drops down to 12, 8, 2, 2.
Yep, y'all got to bowl some games. Sam gets a double.
Doug bowls, everybody gets a little luck.
I said Brian Voisin is sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. Opened with a turkey and then open last frame.
And buries it.
Yeah, boy. Got that one in. Jim Theriot's up now. Theriot's Trucking of Homa is the sponsor. Jim's working on a strike after opening in the 3rd. Pop goes the thumb, leaves the 3-10.
Pop goes the thumb, and there goes the split.
Kevin Franks, sponsored by Cajun Cutters. Working on a double.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. That's some power. That's a turkey. Jim Theriot, a little bit too much of a 3. Doug Dupre, sponsored by Bayou Finance. That's nice. That's the turkey for Doug. Leslie Boudreaux, sponsored by SNL Lawn Care. That's a strike for Leslie. Alvin Lecompte Sr. is going to be up now.
Is that buried?
Alvin Lecompte. Oh, your shot? Yeah, huh? Yeah, it was buried. Alvin, sponsored by Alvin Lecompte and Sons Home Builders. Tommy Moore, sponsored by Beasley Pest Control. That's a 5-pin. Alvin picks up his spare. No problem. Instead of drinking this drink, ought to drink like some hot cocoa or something.
It's warm in here now.
I feel like going caroling.
In a couple of months you'll be able to.
Tommy picks up his spare. Cliff Graham, sponsored by Maine Conoco, is up now on 14. Cliff's working on a strike in the 5th. Looking for his first double.
If you go caroling, I want you to call me because I have to go listen to this.
No, you don't. That's a strike. Like Brian said, don't make any difference how it looks as long as they fall.
That's right.
Tom Stevens, sponsored by Ground Patty. Trying for a Doug. Didn't work.
Trying for a Doug. Doug hadn't thrown one Brooklyn yet.
No, he hasn't. Doug's been going legit.
I'm in trouble too.
Yeah.
Big trouble.
Yeah, Doug's looking pretty good right now. Got a couple guys looking good.
I think 8 out of the 10 is looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're not going to say who the other 2 are.
Tom picks up his spare. Bowen's Heating and Air Conditioning Service. Sam Bowen, sponsor. He's up on 14, working on a double. Got some people starting to piece some strikes together here, Les.
It's on the wrong side.
I don't know. I think he's going to be okay. Oh. Got that 7 to kick. Greg LeBlanc Nissan is Brian Voisin's sponsor. Brian's working on the strike.
Double. Oh.
Came in just a bit high. Left the 4.
Time to change balls.
Sam looking to pick up 3-6-10. Got that. And Brian did just what you said. He changed balls. And no problem there. Jim Theriot's up again. Jim sponsored by Theriot's Trucking of Houma. Jim had to split his last time up. Ten. Kevin Frank's up. Kevin sponsored by Cajun Cutters. He's working on a turkey.
Turkey or a bucket? That looks good.
Yeah, some pin action.
I wish he'd carry over to the next man.
That's a 4-bagger. Who dug? Who dug?
No.
Jim looking for the 10 pin. Hang on. Got it. Bayou Finance's Doug Dupre sponsored. Doug is working on a turkey. He also is looking for 4 in a row. That is 4. Leslie Boudreaux is up now. Leslie sponsored by S&L Lawn Care. Leslie's working on a strike. That's a double. We're through with 6 frames. Stay with us for the men's finals of Corporate Challenge Bowling here on the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week.
Life, like football, it's a contact sport. You got to get out there, circulate, communicate. Don't hesitate. Call Radio Phone. Radio Phone knows performance is everything. You just can't phone it in if you want to win. Life is a contact sport. Whose team are you on? Yeah, I like to have 57 cheeseburgers, 57 fries, and a Diet Cold drink.
Jackpot down to Portishead, Thibodeau to Grand Caillou, HTV's Port of View. Bayou Black down through Dulac, South and Mall to City Hall, we'll bring the news to you. Baseline, St. Charles, Bayou Blue, Morgan City and Amelia too, where sugar cane is grown. So much to see on HTV, the Tri-Parish is our home.
Welcome back. 7th frame getting ready to start up here in the men's final. Some good games going so far. Alvin Lecompte, senior, up again. Alvin, Lecompte and Sons Home Builders is the sponsor. He's on 13, working on a spare. That's nice. That's another strike. Got a lot of red marks up there right now. Tommy Moore, sponsored by Beasley Pest. The 4-10. Tom Stevens, sponsored by Ground Patty.
On a foul ball. Look out now.
He got a Dougie.
A Dougie?
Yeah, all right.
And Cliff gets the 4.
That's what Dougie needs, one of those.
Sam Bowen, Bowen's Heating and Air Conditioning Service is his sponsor. Sam's working on a spare. See, is that the president of the Glenn Leday fan club in the background there?
That's the president. Vice president is...
Left the 6. Brian Voisin, sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. Brian, got the 10 to kick out.
I didn't see the vice president of the Glenn Leday fan club.
That'd be Terry.
You said it, not me.
Sam picks up his spare. Brian looking for his now. Brian looking for the 4 pin. Greg LeBlanc Nissan is his sponsor. And he gets that one.
You keep looking at this piece of cake I have right here.
No, not me.
I want to say happy 40th birthday to Philip. And I better say 39th birthday for Donna. It'll be Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, be nice. Be
Got lucky
nice.
and got a piece of cake.
Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot's Trucking of Houma. That's
solid.
Buried. Kevin Franks, sponsored by Cajun Cutters. Kevin is looking for 5 in a row.
Could be. Oh.
There's the 10. That was nice.
Should have failed.
Yep. Hey, see that 10? We saw it plenty in the first game. Haven't seen it much here.
That's what's aggravating. You throw a ball like Kevin, you leave the 10 pin, and you throw a ball like Doug, and they just all fall like dominoes.
As long as they go down.
Here comes the dominoes.
Bayou Finances, Doug Dupre sponsor. Doug is also working on 4 in a row. Looking for number 5. Oh, goodness. Leslie Boudreaux, sponsored by S&L Lawn Care. Leslie's working on a double. That's a turkey. Alvin Lecompte Sr., sponsored by Alvin Lecompte and Sons Home Builders. He's working on a strike. Why can't you bury a shot like Doug?
I'm not that lucky.
Alvin with the double. Oh, they falling now. A lot of red. Tommy Moore. Sponsored by Beasley Pest Control.
One good thing, 126 is way gone.
For everybody. Tommy with the strike.
I thought I had Doug.
You thought. Cliff, sponsored by Maine Conoco.
I seen him going for the head pin. I said, here comes my break.
Cliff leaves the 2-4. Tom Stevens, sponsored by Ground Patty. That's it. Got that 4 to fall.
Just get up and throw it.
That's it. That's what I do. Are you supposed to follow some type of pattern here or something? Or, you know, a lot?
That's what they tell me. You see those arrows? They say you're supposed to look at those dots of arrows.
Or those boards or something?
I'm always looking to see who's bowling on the other side somewhere.
Cliff picks up his spare. Sam Bowen's up now. Bowen's Heating and Air Conditioning Service is his sponsor. Sam's up on 14. Working on a spare.
And you can hear a pin drop.
That's right. You can hear the air conditioning blow. It's cold.
I think we need to turn the fans back on. That's solid.
That's nice.
It's everybody's line, except Doug's.
Brian Voisin, sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. Brian is working on a spare as well.
Oh. That's yours.
That's a solid 8. Oh man. Try to explain to me how that doesn't carry.
You just throw the ball too good when the 8-pin stands up like that.
He gets it. Theriot's Trucking of Houma is Jim Theriot's sponsor. He's up on 14. Working on a spare.
Has it ever happened in corporate challenge that all 10 shoot 200 or above?
No.
Could happen tonight.
It's possible. Jim with another strike. That's a double.
Especially with me bowling in that 10.
It's true. Very possibly couldn't happen.
You don't have to agree.
Kevin Franks, sponsored by Cajun Cutters. That's another one for Kevin. 4 in a row, a spare, and then another. Bayou Finances, Doug Dupre sponsored. Doug's working on 5 in a row. They haven't all been pretty, but they've gone down. They're trying to misdirect Doug. It's not working. It's hard to misdirect someone who doesn't have a sense of direction. Doug leaves the 3. Leaves a little door open for Leslie here. Leslie's working on a turkey. Looking for a 4-bagger. S&L Lawn Care. Doug looking to pick up his spare. No problem there. Leslie looking to pick up his spare. No problem there.
I've been watching the women. Yeah. We noticed that.
He taught him how to pick up spares. Alvin Lecompte Sr. is up now. Alvin Lecompte and Sons Home Builders is his sponsor. Alvin's working on a double. Some good games going on right here. That's another one. That's a turkey for Alvin. Tommy Moore. Sponsored by Beasley Pest Control. That's a strike for Tommy. That's a double. That is some good scores up there, Les.
Talk about, and I'm in them. I'm not low man.
No. Cliff Graham, sponsored by Maine Conoco. Oh, goodness.
That is Pets R Us's sponsor, the kitty cat.
That is it. The cat. Tom Stevens, sponsored by Ground Patty. Oh, goodness.
That is not pick-upable.
That's mighty bad there. That's the 4-9-10. Cliff looking for the spare. Left the bucket. What's the odds here, Les?
Slim and none. Oh, maybe so.
Yeah! Oh, my goodness.
Slim and none, and he got it.
What a shot.
That's on the news.
What a shot. Unbelievable.
Why did you ask me what were the odds?
Unbelievable. What a pickup.
Slim and none, and he picks it up.
Sam Bowen, sponsored by Bowen's Heating and Air Conditioning. That was Tom Stevens. What a pickup. The 139. Brian Voisin, sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. Brian's working on the spare. Brian's been bowling no tap since the 6th. Still there.
Should we tell him no tap Sunday night?
Yeah, you can't. Go ahead.
Hey, Brian. Brian, no tap is on Sunday night, not Thursday night.
Sam leaves at 9. Brian had it going, and then all of a sudden the 9 counts hit. Picked up every spare though.
Oh boy.
Good question. Good question. Jim Theriot's up now. Jim's sponsored by Theriot's Trucking of Houma. Jim's working on a double.
It's hilarious. There's the pop. There's the Doug. Oh.
10 wouldn't go. Cajun Cutters is Kevin Frank's sponsor. Kevin's working on a strike. Left the 4. Came in a bit high. Jim looking for that 10 pin. See if he wants the ladies any. That ball flew about halfway down and just went right in.
Yep. You catching my sponsor, huh?
Who, that SNL lawn care? Kevin slides that one by. Doug Dupre, Bayou Finance is his sponsor. Doug's working on a spare. Ten pin. 10 pin. Leslie Boudreaux. SNL Lawn Care is the sponsor, working on a spare. That went Doug's side. Left the 6. Doug looking to pick up the 10 pin. Bayou Finance's sponsor. Leslie looking to pick up his spare on 14. All right, we're through with 9 frames here. Stay with us for more Corporate Challenge Bowling here on the HTV Radio Phone Game of the Week. Get a load of this one.
Yeah, this is good. Look at that. Best shot of the night. Highlight of the night. Hey!
Do you do much hunting or fishing? Or do you sport a hobby that would lure other sportsmen? Then you want to participate in the all-new Sportsman's Paradise. Send in your photos or videos of a recent fishing or hunting trip. Or send in any other sportsman's related ideas. And who knows, you could be invited to be the next guest on Sportsman's Paradise. Just send in your name, address, and phone number to HTV, along with photos, videos, or any other information that deals with sportsman's activities or hobbies. Send it in now and get hooked on Sportsman's.
Get cooking with Lonnie Thibodeau on Cooking at its Finest, nightly on HTV.
Life, like football, that's a contact sport. You got to get out there, circulate, communicate. Don't hesitate. Call Radio Phone. Radio Phone knows performance is everything. You just can't phone it in if you want to win. Life is a contact sport. Whose team are you on? Yeah, I like to have 57 cheeseburgers, 57 fries, and a Diet Cold drink.
Welcome back to Bowl South, the 10th frame here of our men's finals. Second week of it. We started it off last week at Creole Lanes, finishing it off here at Bowl South. Alvin Lecompte Sr. is up. Alvin Lecompte Home Builders. Alvin Lecompte and Sons Home Builders. Oh, that's nice. Buried that one. That's 4 in a row for Alvin. Tommy Moore. Sponsored by Beasley Pest Control. The 1589. Tommy was working on a double. Alvin looking for 5 in a row. Came in a little bit light left. The 2-5. Good pickup for Tommy. And Alvin's looking to finish up a strong game. He does. That is a 243. 261 total. Great game for Alvin. Tommy Moore finishes with a strike. Tommy finishes with a 193, 216 total. Maine Conoco is Cliff Graham's sponsor. Cliff had things going his way, and the last couple frames haven't worked out for him. Get it. Moved it around, but wouldn't go. Tom Stevens, sponsored by Ground Patty. Tom's working on that beautiful spare that you saw. Leaves the 610. Lasted, Doug didn't leave much of a door open for you, did he?
No, but he has to double to beat Alvin.
Yeah, he has some work to do.
And if he opens, I can catch him.
Cliff didn't finish up too strong. 149, 168. Thanks anyway to Cliff for coming out here. We appreciate it. Tom looking for his spare. He picks that one up. He's going to finish off his game now on 13. Tom's sponsor is ground patty.
Quite a few deuces tonight.
A bunch. A bunch. Probably see about 6 out of 10. Tom
7 out of 10.
Finishes with a 9 count. Tom finishes up with a 191 with his handicap. That's 203. Sam Bowen's up now. Bowen's heating and air conditioning service.
I don't think I have a chance.
Well, you're probably right.
Still shoot over 200.
That's it.
If I strike out, I'll beat my good score by 100 pins.
Yep. Very true. That would be a feat. Brian Voisin, sponsored by Greg LeBlanc Nissan. Brian started off on fire, but then hadn't been able to get the strike ball.
Oh,
still can't. 5 9 counts in a row. You keep adding 19s. Sam looking for the 610.
Oh, Sam.
That one stayed out on him. Sam's going to finish with a 166, 182 total. Brian picks up his spare.
You know what's going to be good about all this? I could be third high.
And of course, what does third place get?
That piece of cake.
All right, in case you're joining us for Tri-Parish News Weekend Review with Therese LeBlanc, stay tuned. It'll be up immediately following our game of the week on Saturday and Sunday night. And Brian Voisin finishes with the strike and a 203.
Starts with strikes and ends with a strike. And a lot of 9s.
Jim Theriot, sponsored by Theriot's Trucking of Houma. Jim's working on a spare.
There's the thump. Oh, it's hot. Oh. I'm not saying a word.
Nope, don't. Kevin Franks, sponsored by Cajun Cutters.
Hey, close your eyes just before you let the ball go.
Oh, goodness.
Is that like mine?
No. Not even close.
Oh, come on.
Well, every now and then.
Got a red X just like he's got.
Yeah, I know.
Could be. Oh.
Good try for Jim. Jim finishes up with a 179.
Oh, well, 5 out of 10 is not bad.
188 total. No, that thing's got rough the last couple of frames. That's a double for Kevin.
Now he makes me double to beat him. I need to go practice.
What?
Kevin with his Rams bowling towel.
Rams.
And Kevin Franks finishing it up on 13. That's a turkey to finish. Kevin's going to end up with a 215. That's his total as well. Doug Dupre, sponsored by Bayou Finance. That's a strike for Doug. Leslie Boudreaux, sponsored by S&L Lawn Care. Couldn't have looked much worse, but it still ended up as a strike. Doug looking for a double, and he needs it. Got it.
Got it out, but he came back.
Leslie leads the 6-10. Doug looking to finish up a strong game on 14. That's a 7 count. That gives Doug a 245. And Leslie finishes up with a 216. All right, we'll be right back to add things up for you.
By himself, Irvin had a good start. Him, Russ.